Antetokounmpo takes it right down and drives into one.
5 on the 24. Vanderbilt trying to stay with him. Morant inside. Offensive foul.
Basketball fans have been complaining for years about blocking fouls and charge calls. But for the first time ever, I'm actually seeing a ton of people saying that charges should be taken completely out of the game. After Giannis and Ja Morant both got hurt in the exact same way while also being in the same day, obviously it's going to get more attention drawn to it. It's not the majority opinion, but it's definitely an opinion I didn't even really know existed until after all this happened. People are talking about getting rid of charge calls, but haven't talked about everything else that goes along with it. Cause I don't know about you, but I don't think guys like Giannis and LeBron should be able to come down the court just running people over like Marshawn Lynch. This case with Giannis is a perfect example. Giannis is 7 feet tall and known for dunking on entire teams. Kevin Love, on the other hand, is a charge king. He has been known for taking charges his entire career.
Fresh 14 for the Lakers. LeBron! Look out below!
So Kevin Love is obviously going to slide in and try to take a charge, knowing he's not going to block Giannis's shot. And let's be real, if he was there a half second earlier, then he probably does get the call. There would have been more contact if Kevin Love actually tried to just jump and block it, then they both would have been hurt. Both players try to make a play, and sometimes there's going to be collisions. If a defensive player goes up and tries to block an offensive player's shot and that player gets hurt, then should we get rid of blocking shots too? The charge is there to keep offensive players from being able to do just whatever they want physically on their way to the basket. The NBA already treats defense like it's optional because all the rules that benefit offensive players, so getting rid of the charge would just ruin the game. Believe it or not, creating a force field with your body between you and the hoop is actually the best way of guarding Giannis. But Ja Morant's injury was a little bit different. 1, because they actually called it a charge, and 2, because Jared Vanderbilt caused more contact outside of the charge itself. With Ja Morant moving to the hoop, Anthony Davis has 2 options. He can try and block this shot from Morant, or almost guarantee a charge because he beat Ja to the spot with ease. AD decides to take the charge, and Ja Morant, seeing Anthony Davis' setting up, still jumped as high as he possibly could to try and finish over top of him. Then it wasn't until Jared Vanderbilt blocked Ja's attempt that made him fall forward. And again, if we're being honest, the charge on Anthony Davis and the block on Vanderbilt were both clean. In basketball, collisions are going to happen no matter what. They don't just happen when players are going for charges. Ja can actually finish these deep contested layups, but the only reason he even got hurt was because of the block coming after it all. When over half your game is run and jump as high as you possibly can, things like this are going to happen. I even made a video over a year ago saying Ja Morant jumping out of the gym on every occasion just isn't going to last. Although banning the charge outright is not the way to go about it, people have brought up other solutions. The first one is extending the charge circle out further so people can't take a charge right in front of the hoop. This is totally something the NBA would do. It would be there mainly to prevent players from trying to slide over last second and take a charge. I disagree with the last rule, but this one I completely disagree with. The other option I've seen is only the person guarding the ball can take the charge. This would completely remove over half the charges in the NBA. Most charges come from exactly what Anthony Davis did, taking a charge while being in the help defense position. This would get rid of those charges, but then would make any person that drives to the rim a million times better. You can try and ban the last second slide over, but none of that is ever even intentional unless you're Vince Carter. I'm sure there's actually a better fix to the whole charge situation, but it's definitely all being blown out of proportion. There were over 1,000 charges taken during the NBA's regular season, and we're talking about all of this over 2 plays. There have been several historic charges that have saved teams' games, and it's literally a strategy to stop players in the NBA. People want to say it's not a basketball play, but you're beating the offensive player to the spot. If that player gets there and then the second player runs the other dude over, it should always be a charge. We keep talking about what we should do with the defender to prevent this from happening, but it's just as much on the offensive player running and jumping full speed into another man. Both players involved can be held responsible. I doubt the NBA will actually change anything, even though they change every rule they can, but I really don't think this is as big of a deal as people are making it. But let me know what you think about the situation in the comments below, and I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I promise you will not regret it.